Alright. Yo, what up, everyone? Welcome back to my Twitch, Kick, Rumble, and YouTube channels. Make sure you guys subscribe, follow, look in the description below for any of the links to my other channels, and subscribe and follow there as well. Now, this is a new stream, and this is a new set. This is gonna be on a new playlist, basically. This is uh, let me see. As you can see down below, I've customized my OBS for this stream. I'll talk about it. This is my tablet right here. So you guys can see my tablet right here. I bought an Elgato fucking what's a 4K game capture card, whatever, and then I connect that to a hub that has like HDMI on it, and using a Type C, I'm able to display basically my tablet down below, and then it reads it as like a like a camera basically. So it's down there, and I have my tablet right here. I'm just gonna disconnect it so you guys can see. All right, my tablet or my iPad Mini 6 right here, and I got my little pen right here, my fucking Apple pen, expensive as shit, like $100 for this shit, so I could write notes and stuff, right? And then so you guys can see basically what I'm doing right here. Again, this is Alex, and I'll show you the product right now and how much it cost me. The subscription, I got the one for 6 months. Anyways, let me connect my tablet back so you guys can see my tablet. Now I have it landscape mode right now. Let's see, I'll probably have to click on it and then refresh. Where is it? There we go. Alright. Alright. Let me get my pen out. Alright, so you guys can see me use my pen and shit on my tablet. So if I go 2 plus 2 equals quattro, you guys will be able to see then all my functions on my tablet base, or my fucking iPad. Anyways, let me press back. This is just in case I need like scratch paper or whatever to be able to do the math problems that we're hopefully gonna get to today, or get through today. Let me move this over here. Alright, there we go. Alright, so let me change scenes real quick. Alright, so I have this. So I moved the chat box down there in the corner, down underneath this screen over here. You guys will be able to see chat and ask questions or help me out, because I'm not teaching this, I am learning this, and hopefully you guys can learn with me or help me learn. This is not me fucking, I'm not trying to like come out with like edited professional fucking videos of like, oh, I know what I'm fucking talking about, act like I know everything type of YouTube videos. This is a live stream of me learning, hopefully learning how to do math. STEM pre-calculus is the product that I chose, and I'll explain to you guys in a moment why I had to basically choose that one. Alright, so you guys can see right here, Aleks is, if you go to Aleks, Google it, Aleks.com, whatever, this is how it looks like. This, let me just make sure desktop audio is on, mic is on. Alright, let me move OBS to the side and click into here. Alright, so Aleks by McGraw-Hill. Alright, so with Aleks, students I'm just gonna read what it says. Students achieve mastery more than 90% of the time. Aleks is the most effective adapted learning program. I've used it in community college. One of my math teachers for Math 33 in Consumers River High School. I think it was like college algebra or some shit like that. Anyways, I passed the class over the summer. This is that class that integrated Aleks during the summer, and I had to do like 20 every day of the summer because it's like faster paced and more condensed. I had to do 20 fucking assignments every fucking day. So I had to do Aleks like 20, go through at least 20 assignments every day. That's pretty much to be able to complete the whole course on just Aleks, not including like any assignments given to me, any quizzes or tests, preps, or actual exams. Anyways, Aleks is research-based online learning program that offers course products for math, chemistry, statistics, and more. Rooted in 25 years of research and analytics, Aleks is a proven online learning platform that helps educators and parents understand each student knowledge um, and learning progress in depth, and provides the individual support required for every student to achieve mastery. So if you guys want to homeschool your kids and stuff, because public education fucking sucks, and we all know it. Education here in the U.S. is garbage. Anyways, other than that, books, go to the library, and yeah, this is for students and parents and independent use. They are ready to learn at all times. Let's watch the video. Let me double check. The desktop audio is on. It is on. Let's play it real quick.
Aleks, an artificially intelligent, web-based learning and assessment system. To understand what makes Aleks the most effective learning system ever created, let's look at the science behind how it works. Science developed over decades of research at top universities. Let's take a look at Sam, a ninth grader who is struggling with Algebra 1. The first thing Aleks needs to do is determine Sam's knowledge state. Sam's knowledge state is everything he already knows in Algebra 1. To get a basic understanding of what goes into computing a knowledge state, let's pretend that instead of consisting of several hundreds of topics, Algebra 1 only consisted of 5 topics. But even with only 5 topics, there are 32 possible knowledge states, or combinations of these topics. Now, some of these states are so impractical that in reality, there are actually only 13 feasible knowledge states that a student could fall into. All the feasible knowledge states are organized into a learning space, a mathematical structure specifying the relationships among the knowledge states and showing which topics a student is ready to work on. To move from one knowledge state to another within the learning space, a student must learn a new topic, or forget a previously learned one. So our example involved only 5 topics, but if we look at the full Algebra 1 course, consisting of hundreds of topics, there are over 1 trillion feasible knowledge states that a student could fall into. Aleks can accurately and efficiently assess where each student is among these trillions of knowledge states and know their exact position at all times. This is no simple task, and it's a task that hasn't been achieved by any other program. All of this works because mathematical cognitive scientists and software engineers at Aleks have spent years gathering data from millions of actual students using the program. This data allows Aleks to construct all the feasible knowledge states and how they're structured together into a learning space.
Hopefully you guys can hear that. Let me just make sure that the volume is not too high, because I'll get copyrighted. If I don't like pause it every now and then, or like give some comments and stuff, or like make sure that the volume is down. Sometimes I don't even like it when you full screen a video, so you'll get copyrighted. So
pathways to course mastery for every student, no matter where they start. It all begins with a brief individualized assessment. Using learning space theory, Aleks intelligently chooses each question based on the student's responses to all previous questions to determine what the student has mastered, not mastered, and exactly what topics he is ready to learn. The student sees their knowledge state as a multicolored pie chart, which lets them know what topics are available to explore. Everything happens step by step, one topic at a time, as Aleks continually updates Sam's knowledge state and ready-to-learn possibilities. Aleks constantly watches Sam and records his successes and failures, and this information is used to guide Sam along one of his optimal learning paths through the trillions of knowledge states in the learning space. Only Aleks has that power. Because of this constant evaluation, Aleks only presents topics that the student is actually ready to learn. Aleks challenges the student without frustrating or boring him, resulting in tremendous learning momentum and increasing confidence. Aleks will periodically assess Sam to make sure that he is retaining the material he learns. Research shows that periodic assessments not only ensure retention, but actually increase it. A cycle of individualized assessment and adaptive learning continues throughout the course to ensure that Sam has truly mastered and retained the concepts presented. At the conclusion of the Aleks course, Sam will have a deeper understanding of the material and dramatically improved mastery over the course topics. Aleks has already helped millions of students succeed in math, chemistry, and accounting at thousands of schools, colleges, and universities. For more information or for a free trial, sign up at aleks.com or call your Aleks.
All right, so this is integrated into, at least here in California, in the Sacramento area. The most CSU, well, Sac State, CSU Sacramento is the university I'm going. I'm still attending the Los Rios Community College District here, where I live. I'm taking an online courses to finish up my associate's degree, and hopefully I pass those last 3 classes so I could get the associate's degree, and then just continue on trying to earn my bachelor's degree in computer engineering. So the associate's degree that I'm going to earn is the computer science degree, associate's degree, and then I'm aiming for the computer engineering bachelor's degree, and hopefully the master's. Anyways, for this math, let's continue reading it. Aleks adapts to each student, exactly what like the video said. So I've used this for a class, like I said before. It's pretty fucking useful. I would say more useful than most teachers and shit. Like, it's a lot more useful, like, in my opinion, than going to class and trying to my issue going to class is because I write super slow, and I can only, like, if I'm gonna listen to a lecture, I have to see and like everything that's being written on the whiteboard and not take notes. Because if I take notes, I take too long and I'm too focused on trying to capture everything. Sometimes I take photos and stuff uh, to save time, and then like write the notes later, or just look at the fucking picture and stuff. Yes, I understand if you take notes, it tends to stick with you more, but it's just like everyone knows this. Professors go too damn fast, especially in math classes. They do the math. Sometimes they block. Like they talk about what they're doing, but they're covering up their own math that they're doing on the whiteboard or whatever, projector or smartboard, whatever the fuck they're using. And then when they finally move out the way, you have to try to like read, understand, and then make notes if you choose to make notes. I choose not to take notes so I could pay attention to what the professor's actually writing down, and then have to like bob and weave, fucking move around, try to see exactly what's on the whiteboard and stuff, or smart, or wherever they're writing the math and stuff. But even then, it's just difficult. And then you go back, the in-class lecture has nothing to do with any of the assignments given, either online or whatever. The assignments do not match anything that they teach during class, so it's like a bunch of bullshit. Uh, and you have to relearn everything anyways, or you have to Google, or you have to try to figure out how to learn it by yourself. Like if you didn't get the fundamentals, basically, it just, some of you guys would understand what I'm trying to say. Know each student better, K through 12. So actually, like, wondering about the K through 12 stuff. This Aleks has classes in like some sciences, but it's mainly for math, higher education, and independent use. All right, so let's look at the independent use first. Let's see, use Aleks on your own. Independent use, individual online tutors, so you could become your own whatever professor, and you'll have access to 2 accounts and stuff. You could keep track of everything, or you could get like a family plan, and then you could be the homeschool teacher and then teach your nieces, nephews, daughters, sons, whatever. And they have a free trial and stuff. Purchase Aleks, benefits for using Aleks. You guys could read all this stuff. Hopefully you guys could see this. Let me zoom in. 150 50 times. There we go. All right. Hopefully you guys can see that. Now, let's see. For college prep or for like while you're in college as well. But whatever. We'll look at the course products, which is like all the courses that they have. Purchase Aleks. Here's like how much it costs. Aleks individual subscription for a month is $20. For 3 months is 50. 6 months is basically 100. 12 months is 180. So if you divide it by a month, this one's more expensive than this one. These two are pretty much the same at like $15, right? You divide 50 by 3. All right, do some math. 50 divided by 3, or 100 divided by 3. These are kind of like the same price. Per month is like $16. This one's like $17, $18. And this one is $20. So this one ends up being the most expensive one. You could get family discount program. I have no idea like what kind of a discount you could get, but you guys can see it right here. If you have 2 or more students, you get this amount of discount on it. The 12-month price, it gets expensive. But anyways, if you're getting it just for yourselves, just like I am, I got the one for 6 months, all right? And I got it like, I think last Friday. Uh, Now let's go to the course products so you guys can see that K through 12. You can see right here, elementary, middle school, high school, specialized, higher education. This is in my area right here: mathematics, business science, and behavioral courses. So if you guys want to view that, pause that real quick. If you guys are not watching this live, I'm gonna scroll down somewhat slowly so you guys can see what kind of stuff they have on here. Specialized, ACT, prep, AP stuff, higher education. Here we go. Mathematics for like adult or college students. Basic math, pre-algebra and introductory algebra, beginning algebra, introduction to geometry, intermediate algebra, and if you don't understand what any of this stuff has, like what it is, if it has a little I next to it, you could click it and it'll explain to you what it is for and what that course contains and stuff. Liberal arts mathematics, bunch of bullshit. Quantitative reasoning, math quantitative reasoning co-requisite. Let's see, college algebra with co-requisite, college algebra. I believe this is the equivalent of the class that I took. So college algebra was math 3 I don't know, the math fucking system and like the like the skill tree of the math department, they change it all the goddamn time and it gets confusing and stuff, all with all these numbers and stuff, and like the equivalencies to like other colleges and other universities and stuff. It's a bunch of BS. Anyways, let's see, college algebra modeling application, college algebra with trigonometry, pre-cal right here, intermediate algebra and pre-calculus, and this is the one that I got, STEM pre-calculus. This is where we're at. All right, pre-calculus provide. This is explaining what this one is right here, and the difference between both of them. So pre-calculus provides comprehensive coverage of prerequisite topics and traditional pre-calculus topics on functions, polynomials, exponential and logarithmic functions, and trigonometry. STEM pre-calculus provides comprehensive coverage of traditional pre-calculus topics, as well as topics geared towards students pursuing careers in mathematics, not me, science, or technology fields, that's me. Additional topics areas include system of equation, matrices, partial fraction decomposition, conics, vectors, complex numbers, polar equations, and parametric equations. So this is what I have to do because the last math class that I've passed was actually what was it? College Algebra 4 calculus, which is basically college algebra with trigonometry, I think. I mean, it's weird. It's higher than this college algebra, because it's algebra focused for pre-calculus. It's fucking weird. College algebra with trigonometry used to be like Math 335, which was after Math 3. You guys don't understand what I'm saying, but like if you guys are attending Consumers River College or Los Rios Community College here around the Sacramento area, then you guys understand what I'm fucking talking about. College algebra with trigonometry comes after like this class right here, right? And then it's this class. And then that helps you get into like calculus at the school. Then they have a new course math path, a new skill tree to get to calculus, which is Math 372, which I took and passed. Although that was like 2 semesters ago, so everything went out the window. Well, not everything. There's some stuff that's stuck, but it's just if you're not consistently taking the math classes, you're gonna forget a lot of the stuff, especially when you have to take a bunch of other like general education bullshit classes that has nothing to do with the degree that you're trying to do. It's a bitch. Be very, very careful if you guys are trying to go to college. It could be a waste of money. It could be useless for you. Make sure you guys are going to anything in the STEM field. Yeah, it could be worth it. Anything in the STEM, in law, in finance, and well, medical in the medical field, like doctor, nurse, stuff like that. Then going to college makes sense. Other than that, you don't need to go to college for any of the other stuff, um, unless you're going to be a teacher or professor and stuff like that. Then you'll need degrees and stuff. Other than that, certificates would be good enough. Then the next thing is associate's degree. That is what you most of you guys should like. If you guys go to college, most of your guys' like plans of your guys' degrees, associate's degree is enough. Like sometimes it's not even licenses and certificates. That's all you guys need. Unless you guys are going into the STEM field, then it makes sense. All right, university level. But even now and then, college is still kind of a scam. Anyways, the only positive and the only useful thing that I could see about going to college or university is making connections. Uh, One of the best places to go so you can meet people, make connections. You guys are gonna end up being the new employers if you guys start your guys' own business. If you guys are students, you guys are gonna be fucking yeah, co-workers and shit. Um, well, I lost my train of thought. All right, so STEM pre-calculus is what we're doing. After I need to do STEM pre-cal because I am trying to get into calculus at CSU Sacramento, but I can't uh, because the class that I took at the community college level doesn't count towards any of that. So I have to like they call it Math 12, which I think it might be the equivalent of this one or this one, which I also passed, but I don't know. Start from the beginning. Um, can't get into any other math classes because they're fucking they get people quickly enroll into them and then you're shit out of luck. I need it for my GI Bill so I could get units and then I could continue going to school and housing allowance, be able to be a full-time student. Anyways, STEM pre-calculus is what I need to take, and then hopefully I learn enough to be able to take Aleks PPL exam with CSU Sacramento. They actually use this, Alex's services so that they can. Let me see. Let's see. I'm gonna have to type in CSUS Aleks PPL. Enter. Just so you guys could see, Aleks placement preparation and learning is designed to determine the content students know and where students need to improve. It basically allows them to enroll into certain math classes if they're too advanced and stuff. It basically lets them know, all right, you know enough to be able to enroll into it. So I want to skip. Let's see, it's called Math 29 Pre-Calculus. So if I can do good with STEM Pre-Cal and then like pass their little test and then just go straight into Calculus 1, because I have to take Calculus 1, then Calculus 2, and then I have to take goddamn let me actually see. After that, differential equations, I think is the last one, that last math that I have to do. And if you guys are wanting to know some tools and stuff, if you guys are actually legit trying to go to college, assist.org, if you guys are in California, this is what the counselors actually use to see, like, in the community college level, or is basically the transfer requirements for each college or university. Like if they'll accept you for that certain degree, they have agreements between each other. Anyways, I'm gonna type in Casumnes River College, and that's the community college. An agreement with, I am currently at Cal State. All right, there we go. On the left side, you guys can look at the major that you guys are trying to do, the department and stuff. Just click major. Me, I'm gonna go to computer engineering, not computer science. Let's see, computer engineering is different from computer science. Computer science is more theory, more of the programming and how things work and stuff. Computer engineering has application of electrical engineering and physics and like yeah, hardware and shit. So it's both hardware and programming and software and stuff like that, all mixed together. So this is what the counselors actually use, and they showed me so I could look at it myself. Classes from Consumers River College, which is a community college, on the right, to be able to go to Cal State University and be able to, like, if you take one of these classes, it matches or knocks out this requirement for your degree. So I have this completed. Currently this semester I'm taking this one, and this one. So all these three right here will knock out these three over there. Except I have to wait until my grades are posted. Hopefully I pass them, and then they have to process my transcripts and then send them over, and they have to process them, and then I'll be able to enroll into um, the next level of classes and stuff. So like these three, then I'll be able to do these and stuff like that. Anyways, engineering 300, I did that in community college, so don't have to do that. This one I can't do until I get to like past calculus, I think, or math 45. Anyways, I have to do calculus 1, calculus 2, and then differential equations for science and engineering, and then I'll be done finally with math. I could have taken them at the community college level, but they told me they're only able to accept around like 70, 72 units and shit. So any other units won't transfer over. Something I did not know when I first went to college, all the units and stuff that if you go the community college route, you still have to earn units at the new homeschool at higher level education, or not undergraduate, but like postgraduate credits and stuff like that. Basically, at California State University, I have to earn 120 units, so I have to take more classes, spend more money, just to get the fucking degree, get that stupid little piece of paper saying that yeah I passed and shit, right? Um, I have to enroll into more of their classes, spend more time and money going through their school. If you guys didn't know this already, college and universities is a business. They make money off of you. You just spend money and create more debt for yourself. So Anyways, that is assist.org. Another tool that I'm gonna show you guys did on my other live stream is Write My Professor. So you guys can search your guys' school. Uh, Whatever. I'll just use uh, community college. Right? And you just put your college and then the professor's name. This is like when you're choosing classes to see the writings of a certain professor. Now I'm gonna put if you guys are trying to do computer science or computer engineering at Columbus River College, and this dude still works there. I took his class. It's fucking bullshit class. All he focuses on the whole semester is on pseudocode on paper. Not even visually, not too much visually actually. You have to turn in assignments and quizzes via paper on pseudocode, or like you actually, instead of you actually programming and stuff, you're drawing like the boxes and like filling in everything by hand, and like you have to have the formatting and everything, like his formatting, not even like the standard formatting for like Python or whatever programming language or um, editor or text editor or compiler that you guys are using. It's his made up shit. It's not gonna help you at all. It's not gonna help you at all. Anyways, there's a reason why he has a 1.8 rating, which is lower than when I took his class. He was like at a 2 or a 3, and then he had less ratings. Now he has 155 ratings, and there's a reason why he sucks. Anyone who says, like, even if you press with an A, look, do not take this professor no matter what. Take the class at any other school. This professor is a chair of comp sci, CRC's, let's see, the chair of computer science at CRC. So complaining to the dean or any other person will literally get ignored, which, yeah. He will drop you for fun from the class as well. I had to prove that he broke faculty rules to get back into the class when I was dropped for no reason. When was this? Oh my god, this shit is recent. December 7th, so this is brand fucking new. You see? Columbus River College, Sacramento, California. Like Gregory Chapman, computer science teacher, okay? Like, this is the shit that students have to deal with. Be warned, again, it's your money. You're spending money to go get an education, and like professors like this give a bad name and just add to the fact that college is a scam. It's even more of a, it's just useless. Oh my god, it pisses me off. I got PTSD for this guy alone, not including because I was in the U.S. Marine Corps. But anyways, let's see. Let's go back to Aleks. We're gonna be doing a little bit of stem calculus. Let's see. Available with Aleks 360. Don't know what that is. Now, let's see. Let's see. I went through the courses and stuff. Let's see the rest of them. Prep for Calculus 1. I don't think they have Calculus 1 or 2, so I'm probably just going to do Prep for Calculus 1 and Prep for Calculus 2. Let's see if they have differential equations. I don't think they do. So after that, I will not be getting anything on Aleks, unless I need to review stuff. Calculus with limits? What is that? Florida math? I don't even know what the fuck that is. Business, science, they have some chemistry, intro to college chemistry, organic biological chemistry, and behavioral science. What the fuck? Statistics for behavioral sciences. Whatever. Um, Anyways, that's it for this. Let's go to Aleks home. Session is closed. Log in again. Logging in. Alright, let me just check to see if my stream is still good. Alright, So it's still good. Now, because I want to use this as a like pre-calculus prep, so I could pass the fucking test and be able to skip a class, I'm gonna basically press I don't know shit because realistically I don't remember shit. Anyways, Alex is a personalized way to learn at your own pace. Next, Alex figures out topics you already know. Then it helps you take the right path to success. Excel. Okay, get started. So when you here's your main menu. It's just gonna teach you how to like use the Alex, the user interface and shit. This is just what to do next over here on the left. Next, initial knowledge check. To personalize Alex for you, we need to see what you already know. Welcome to initial knowledge check. Answer up to 25 questions to show what you know. This will help us make your learning better for you. Alright, and then actually, should I zoom in? There we go. 150%, you guys. Hopefully you guys can see better. How will I enter my answers? I know how to use this already, so you guys will see me actually input. Well, whatever. I probably forgot some of this stuff because there's some functions and stuff that are new, or like because I haven't done that sort of math that requires that function of Alex. I haven't used yet. What if I don't know the answer? Try to answer the problem. If you're not sure, use the I don't know button to skip it. Take your time, try your best, yada yada. Start the knowledge check. Here's the first question. Multiply. Alright, so in parentheses, 4 root of 7 plus root of 6. Simplify your answer as much as possible. And then root 6 is outside the parentheses. So first you do inside the parentheses. I know that much. Let's see. I'm not let's see, I'm not gonna do any of this shit. So I'm gonna press I don't know for all of it. Now you guys don't have to. If you guys wanna skip ahead, if you guys are what's it called? If your professor, for example, uses this and integrates it into your class, like for example, I did with a certain math class during the summer. I actually did all the questions so I could skip some lessons and then just get to the stuff that I don't know. So yeah, if you do like 100% on this, you could pretty much skip a crap ton of questions or lessons and stuff. But because I want to basically start from the bottom and then grow from there, I'm gonna put I don't know. Got it. And then submit. But I don't know. Question 2. Subtract fractions and then 8 of x, 6 of x. I feel like doing them, but no. I'm gonna put I don't know for everything. Find the exact value of each expression. Alright? Do you guys know how to do this? If you guys do them. Press I don't know for all of them. Word problems. Skip, skip, skip. I got to do this 25 times. All right. Thank you, Brian. Here are your results. So there we go. Because I put I don't know, basically I'm starting from 0, and I have to earn and fill the pie out. So right here they organize the total pie progress. So here it's pretty cool. Like this kind of stuff is like what modern education should be like, kind of like a game, so you can level up and shit. And it keeps you organized and stuff. It shows you where you're lagging on. Right. So 681 topics for STEM pre-calculus. All right, which is around the amount of topics that you do for each math subject. So just imagine doing 20 of these motherfuckers, having to turn it in and complete it. Do 20 of them every day, and then do that for 2 months straight to be able to complete like 681. Like you have to do the math of how many subjects or topics you have to do in order to complete the quota. Anyways, On A, algebra and geometry review. So we're going to be reviewing stuff. Equations and inequalities here. Graphs and functions. C down here is going to be graphs and functions. D down here is going to be polynomial and rational functions. E is going to be exponential and logarithmic functions. This one it's easy, but I keep forgetting how to do it, and I confuse some of the simple stuff. Anyways, E, trig functions. Trigonometric functions, trigonometric identities and equations. H is additional topics in trigonometry. Systems of equations and matrices. Matrices I have trouble with as well. And conic sections. I forgot what the fuck conic sections are all about. I'm pretty sure that was the easy one. I don't remember off the top of my head. Alright, your personal pi is in your Aleks Pi tab. Next, select a slice to get more information. You've unlocked your learning path. Go to your timeline to see it. Alright. This is your personalized, personal timeline. As you learn topics, your marker moves up towards your goal. Get a quick picture of your week by week milestones. And then you're all set. So now you're gonna start, and it's gonna keep track. So every day, or like make a bar graph or a line graph, whatever, and then it'll tell you how many each day you learned, and then during the week, and how you're doing and shit. Working toward class progress 0 of 681 topics. So let's start. What I like about this is that it gives you a learning page in the very beginning before you even do the problem. So like, it's not like other assignments that you get. They just give you the assignments, and then you don't get any reminder, which is where the notes would be helpful. But then hopefully the professor has like a recording of the class, or record, or some slideshows or something to help you out, to remind you, because when you go home, you're not there at the lecture, you're gonna forget a lot of shit. Anyways, this is your learning page. You can review this material before you start learning. Use this start button to begin working on this topic. Alright, so learning page, questions, simplify that explanation. Use distributive property to remove the parentheses. Alright, so remove the parentheses, distribute the 4u minus 4u, right? Oh, wait. You have to move it to the other side. Writing subtraction as writing subtraction as addition of a negative. Alright. So it's like doing two steps here. Use a commutative property to rearrange terms, and then you could click distribute property, and it like shows you and it reminds you what the distributive property is. See, this should be in every damn fucking class in public school. Like even in high school, elementary, middle school, they need this to help the professors teach, and like help the students keep track of their own shit. They could get ahead, learn. It could also help them cheat, but if they actually want to learn and do good and stuff. Anyways, they should do this in front of a teacher, basically. That way they're making sure that they're not cheating and shit, right? But if they're learning, they're learning. Alright, so 4u minus 4u, let me see. I've been streaming for 45 minutes. Okay. So we're not gonna be able to do that many questions, but let me switch. I made a new scene. I call this the overhead. Alright, so let me actually delete this one over here. Can I delete it off of? No. Alright. So down Here on the bottom is my tablet, right? I have my pen. So if you guys see me looking down, I'm not staring at my dick. I'm not on. Well, I'm on my tablet. So, um, you guys will see what I'm doing here, right? All right. All right. Let me increase the size to about that. Now let's do it thick. Thick boy. Right. Then let's click. Hopefully you guys. Yeah, you guys can see that. Yeah, you guys can definitely see that. It's too thick and uncomfortable for me, so I'm gonna put it towards the middle. And yes, I have bad handwriting. I have horrible handwriting. Calligraphy is not my forte. Alright. Just gonna keep pressing back. Alright, and then I'm actually gonna title this. I like using like this subject, the name that it says up here on the top left, right here. So actually, since I'm gonna be doing this right here, I'm gonna increase the size to 200. Let's do 200. Nope. Let's do, yeah, 200 good? Is that good enough for you guys? Can you guys see? You guys can see better, right? Yeah, let's do 200. It's huge on this big ass monitor, but whatever. Alright. Alright. Let's see. So untitled, let's rename this first. This is gonna be let's see, using distribution and combining like terms. Alright. Algebra and geometry. Review. I'm just gonna put this as 1, cause I'm gonna be spending too much time just renaming shit. So I'm just gonna number them 1, and then I'll just look at my own YouTube videos for. See, this was cool. I could watch my own videos, so I could go back on the lessons and remember what I don't know or what I do know, or get a refresher of my own thought process and see how retarded I am. And just continue off of that. Anyways, let's write this question down first. So simplify right here. Simplify. It gives you a dictionary for it. Distributive property, just so you guys can see what it does. Distributive property relates multiplication and addition according to the distributive property for any number of A, B, C. We have, right? Alright, writing subtraction as an addition of a negative, commutative property to rearrange terms, combine like terms, write addition of a negative as subtraction. The answer, it tells me right here, so minus 2u minus 16. So let's do a little practice before we do the actual fucking one. Anyways, as you see right here, 0 out of 5 up here. So if I do one correctly without making any mistakes, it'll give me 1 point. If it gives me another question and I get it right, it'll give me 2 bars. If I get one wrong, it's gonna take 1 bar away, and then so on and so on. So you guys will see what I mean. So one question will give me 1 bar, and the second one will give me 2 more bars, 3 out of 5, right? And if I get a third answer correct, that means I get all 5 bars completed. All right. So if I make any mistakes, it goes back Let's say if I get 4 out of 5, it gives me another question, and I miss one. That means I go down to like 3, and I have to do another one. And then if I miss that one, you'll see. You'll see how they do it. It's pretty cool, pretty fun. If I click on here, I could switch subjects too. So using distribution, combining like terms, simplify, if un univariate, and then so on and so on. So I could skip ahead to a different subject. Even lets me know to take breaks, especially if I'm starting to get like a bunch of answers wrong. So algebra and geometry review, there's 27 lessons to learn. I learned 0 so far. Equations and inequalities, 15, 24. Polynomial rational functions, so on and so on. Alright. Now let me go back to the beginning. Here we go. And then, yeah, it's not going to give me the same one. It's going to give me like a whole new one. Alright, so let's do this on our own, or sort of on our own. Let's see if I can remember. For y plus 3 minus 6y. Now there's proof out there in the internet of how retarded I am in math. I used to be good, but then I joined the Marine Corps. uh, all right. Let's see. All right, so I gotta simplify explanation. So here on the left side is what I've written. So now I have to distribute. So this will equal, do the parentheses first, right? So that's how you do distribute property. First you do the 4y, and then plus the 4 times 3 is 12, and then minus 6y, and then you have to combine like terms from here. You could, these two are like terms right here. So you have a negative 6y and a positive 4y. What's left over? A negative 2y plus 12. And that's the answer. So right here it does more of a baby step. I don't know. Do you guys want me to move my fucking like remove? Nah, I'm gonna use the other scene, but just so you guys can see. There is, yep, there's a lot more stuff. I'm just gonna keep this scene right here. As you guys can see over there, there's a lot more. Like I skipped steps. Like I did the subtraction and addition. I did the combine like terms and all that stuff. I did fewer steps basically. But I got the answer right here. You see that? That's my answer. Minus 2y plus 12. So I do remember some stuff. I'm not a complete dum-dum. But I am. But I'm not. Alright, we're starting on the actual thing. So this shows you how many correct answers you need to follow up here on the right. Next. Use the explanation button. If you need help, don't worry. It won't count against you. Alright. It won't count against me, but it like kind of like a kill streak. Or now actually I don't know whether I should save these notes for myself or just, nah, I don't like saving notes and shit. let me get the eraser out. See, this is another issue that I have. Like I don't like having notes around and stuff. I just want to do the math and try to remember as much as I can. If I know it, I know it. If not, then I'll refresh. I don't like basically you're only gonna remember the math that you actually do out in the real world. That's kind of it. Unless I'm gonna be a mathematician, that which I'm not gonna be a mathematician, I don't really care about knowing everything. I mean, I do, but I don't. Anyways, simplify. We gotta simplify this. So 3x minus 2 my shit. Fucking apple. Fucking apple. Fucking apple pencil, man. Minus 6x. Alright. Alright, distributive property, the 3x. Then do the second one, that's 6. But there's a negative there, so it's negative 6. And then just bring that down, minus 6x. And then combine like terms. So this one and this one are like terms. Negative 3x is left over. And then bring the minus 6 over here. So the answer is minus 3/6. Alright. Minus 3x minus 6, I mean. And let's put that in there. So we're going to put minus. Oh, this is good practice for using this keyboard too. I'm using the Glove 80 like ergonomic fucking split keyboard. It has concave or convex. It like caves in. The freaking keyboard curves like that. Anyways, minus 3x minus 6, enter. Alright, so you have to click check. Alright, excellent, keep going. So I got 1 bar. Next. And it increases in difficulty too. So it gets slightly more difficult and it gives you a different type. Like a different type of the same lesson. I don't know what I'm even saying, but let's just keep doing math. Alright, erase this. Simplify. So we're still simplifying, which is pretty easy. But it's gonna be difficult for people who don't remember shit. Like me when I got out of the Marine Corps, I don't remember shit. Alright, distribute. So you're gonna do this part first, and you're just gonna bring the minus 7 down. You could do it whichever order, well, not whichever order. Do the parentheses and distribution. But I mean, like, if you know you're gonna bring down the 7 and not touch it, just do it right now if you want. Or you could wait until after you distribute. Ugh! Fuck! Good thing I could do the backspace. Alright, I gotta chill. I'm too angry. Alright. So 15y plus 5. Alright, so this and this. This is how I got 15y. 5 times 3y. And then the positive 1. That's why I got the 5. And then bring down the minus 7. And then this one stays the same, right? But these are, you could combine the like terms. So there's a negative 7 and a 5. What's left over? Negative 2. And then you just leave that. Just basically erase the plus. Fuck the plus. And you got rid of this shit over here, right? And then bring down the 15y. 15y. So the answer is 15y minus 2. Alright? And then check it. And then you see 2 in a row, you get double credit. So now I got 2 bars, right? So if I get this next one correct, I could skip, not skip, I could move on to the next little lesson. But if I get it wrong, I'll lose one. Or I have to do, yeah, I lose one and then I have to basically do extra questions and shit. Now this one, you see how it's a little bit longer? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let me let me see. Let me see the stream. I forgot to. All right, let's see. All right, you guys can still see, right? All right. Now let's erase this. All right, simplify. So 2 4y minus 5 in parentheses, and then plus 5, and in parentheses is 4. 2 times 4 is 8, so this is 8y, right? This is 8y. Now 2 and minus 5 is negative 10. All right, let's bring down the positive. Yeah, let's bring down the positive for now. Distribute the 5 and the 4. That's 20. There's a y, so that's 20y. 5 times negative 3 is negative 15. So now you have this and this in between a plus, right? You're able to combine like terms, right? So the 20y and the 8y. Let me press back so you guys don't get confused. So the 20y, the 8y, the minus 10, and the minus 15. Alright, so let's do the y's first. Let's do 20 plus 8, 28, 28y, and then we'll do the minus 10 and minus 15. They're both minus, so it's going to end up being a negative. Add them both together. That's 30, or that's 25 actually. Alright, so the answer is 28y minus 5. And I apologize for my bad handwriting. It's not better on if I use paper anyways. It is slippery on the tablet, but the pen, like it's not the same as like using a pen and paper or pencil and paper, but even then my handwriting is horrible. 28y minus 25. Check it, and we got it right. Yeah. So now we can move on to the next lesson. It says breathtaking, Brian. Keep it up. Continue. Alright, use the arrow to see other topics to work on. Already did that. Got it. Close that. So now we're doing algebra and geometry review, signed fraction multiplication. This is basic. Learning page, question multiply. So we're multiplying a fraction and a number, whatever. Write your answer in simplest form. It says simplest form. A fraction is in simplest form when its numerator and denominator have a greater common factor of 1. And you could click this to further look into the definitions and shit. I don't know how do you even go back from here? Whatever. Simplest form. So the fraction 5 6 is in simplest form. The only common factor of 5 is and 6 is 1. The fraction 4 out of 6 is not in simplest form because 4 and 6 have a common factor of 2. So you divide both by 2. Anyways, simplify it. That's all it's asking for. Simplify it. We can work as follows. Alright. So writing 7 as 7 over 1. Multiply the numerators. Okay. Or you could cross multiply and shit. Right? Okay, so minus 3/5 times minus 7 is the same as putting a 1 over it because they're both fractions. Alright, so 7 times 3 is 21. You can't cross cancel anything. So 5 times 1 is 5, so it's 21 over 5. And then note that the answer is positive because we're multiplying two negative numbers. Alright, 21 over 5. Pretty simple. Let's see how much time we have. I spent so much time just talking about Aleks as a product. And I'm not even sponsored. Let's see. I have an hour and 7 minutes. So yeah, I'm gonna take a break. My coffee is now a frappuccino, and next stream we're actually just gonna go straight into actually doing or continuing off the questions and shit, and just doing the math and shit. So give me them likes or dislikes, comments down below. Any constructive criticism is welcomed. All right, I need to improve my live streams and channels anyway. So help me out. All right, help me, help you, help me. It's a never-ending loop. Anyways, um, and let me know. Do you guys like that new how I figured out how to basically become an online tutor or teacher or student and stuff? Anyways, this is pretty cool. I love technology. This is why. This is why I like this shit. Anyways, reason why I have just because someone's gonna point it out. I have these fingerless gloves that I bought. Uh, one because it's cold as shit outside, and then I'd be having my hands out using the keyboard or whatever, and it gets super cold, and then I lose sensation, right? So this helps me keep my hands warm, and also it doubles as a what's it called? A rejection, a palm rejection for the tablet, right? Because like when you touch it with your skin, you move this shit around. But if I use the palm, it won't. It rejects the palm rejection. So two for one. Anyways, and then I went with the fingerless. I know I could get like the full fucking glove and then just get scissors and cut it myself, but I just ordered them like this. So I didn't have to worry about doing it myself. Anyways, gives me grip. I could use my phone, stuff like that. It's comfortable. I already have other gloves like utility gloves, range gloves, stuff like that. I need something that's kind of gonna warm up my hands, but also like not make them sweat. They're breathable and shit. It's cotton, not wool. And then I have a sweater on anyways. If I get too warm, I can take off my sweater. If I get cold, I'll put on a sweater. I got a shirt underneath. I could wear a long sleeve sheet, or I could in layers. Anyways, whatever. Uh, what was that? Thanks for watching, you guys. Again, likes, dislikes, subscribe, follow, YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, Kick. Peace out.